Jim, we'll do it all over again after a 1-1 draw today. What were your thoughts on the performance?
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll be sick of the sight of each other by the time the replay comes around. Obviously, having to play Motherwell this Saturday coming in the league, and then obviously play them again that week in the replay. So, I suppose over the piece, I think a draw was probably fair. I don't think neither myself or Stephen Robinson can stand here and say either one of us deserved to win. I think when you break down the game and you look at all the stats, it was very, very even. I thought first half we played really well actually. We created some really good opportunities, we got in some good areas. And then the goal against is really just disappointing from our point of view. You know, it comes from nothing really. Motherwell get the break of the ball off the tackle and it rolls through to long. Vaclav makes a fantastic save initially and then we don't help him out in the second instance. You know, we all seem to stop and just allow the Motherwell midfielder to walk onto it. So disappointing to go in a goal down. I felt as well actually, I must say, in the first half we had a really good shout for a penalty. Two penalties all in the one instance where Gillespie makes a great save from Alex Jakubiak and then Sam Foley has a shot. It looks like it strikes Donnelly's arm in the box. It then breaks wide to Hodgson, who tries to put a ball in the box and it looks as if it hits off Hartley's arm. So, you know, they're two good shouts for penalties that unfortunately neither one of us go our way. And you know, sometimes in games like that you need those big decisions to go in your favour.
But like you say, obviously Motherwell took the lead, but we showed real determination in the second half. It was really well worked goal as well, right from the back, right up, and then Alex getting his first goal. Yeah,
I thought the goal was really well, you know, as you said, really well worked, and I think the overall performance from the players was excellent. And I felt at half time, although we were a goal down, you know, there was a real good feeling within the dressing room, and they knew they had played well, and we thought that if we could replicate that, I don't think we played as well in the second half, but I knew they wouldn't throw in the towel. You know, there was a 10-minute spell there where we caused ourselves a lot of problems, not clearing our lines properly, trying to play our way out of trouble when it wasn't on at times. But you know, the character and the resilience and the commitment and the effort has never ever been in question. I knew they wouldn't you know, allow Motherwell to have an easy time of it, and I thought, you know, they got their just rewards. We get the equaliser, and you know, in the end I felt if anybody was going to go on and win it, it would have been ourselves.
Great for Alex to get off the mark today.
I thought he was excellent all afternoon actually. Yeah, it wasn't my intention to play him for the 90 minutes. I was thinking maybe more 65-70 because he hasn't played a great deal in the last number of weeks, and you know, you always run the risk of boys getting injured, as has happened to Hodge today. You know, we're having a real bad time of it at the moment with injuries. Obviously Flinney diagnosis there earlier in the week with the cruciate. Now Hodge has picked up a hamstring injury that looks, you know, as if it's going to be possibly at least 2 or 3 weeks. So again, we'll have to shuffle the pack and see what we can come up with for a difficult trip away to Livingston.
You mentioned shuffling the pack there. Is there any chance that the club might look at towards maybe some free agents and try and bring somebody in maybe just until the end of the season?
Well, we'll see what's out there. I mean, we have pretty much scoured the market, you know, throughout the course of the January transfer window, and you know, the free agents is a difficult one because unfortunately they haven't played a great deal of football over the last 6 months, possibly 12 months, some of them, and you know, you run the risk of these guys coming in and not being able to play at the level required. You know, the intensity of the Premier League and obviously the Cup. So these boys run the risk of picking up injuries as well. But look, we're not in a situation where we can turn our nose up at anyone that comes along. If we feel as if they're good enough and they've got the right pedigree, then we may just have to go down that route.
Seifert and Xabi missed out again today. Is it just a case of him still trying to get up to speed?
Yeah, Xabi is Wednesday will probably come too early, but we would hope to have him in the squad for next Saturday. Purely again fitness, we just need to try and make sure that when he does take part that he is ready, and you know, we're bringing in a proven goal scorer. We can't ask too much of him too early and you know, run the risk again of picking up injury. So he's working hard with Junior, a sports scientist, and we expect in the next kind of week that he'll be available. He's training with the players, you know, but he's just doing a mini pre-season, if you like.
And it's back to league action on Wednesday night when we go to Livingston, a big one.
They're all big ones, aren't they? You know, there's no easy games, and every single game now is one that we have to look to go into and try and pick up points in. We know the difficulties that Livingston bring in itself in terms of their physicality and the way that they play. So defensively we're going to have to make sure we're solid, but at the same time we have got faith in the boys up front that we can cause them problems too.
Probably take great heart going into that game given the run of form we're on. I mean, that's another game undefeated. It's only 2-11. That's to Celtic and Rangers, and even if you look at the performance at Easter Road last weekend, there's plenty for us to take going into that game.
I think there's lots of positives, James. I just think that we're all a little bit frustrated with the number of draws. And that's another one again today. But I think we certainly were very attacking minded today. We went with 2 up top and we tried to take the game to Motherwell and we tried to go for the win. It didn't quite pan out that way, but in terms of the overall performances, Wednesday night against Hamilton, the first half was really, really bad. We didn't play the way we had spoke about at all. In the second half it was a lot better. We played more football on the deck and got good balls down the outside. We were able to create some opportunities. And we feel that we can do that again on Wednesday against Livingston. We have to be resilient and compete and do all the ugly things that you have to do against a team like Livingston, but at the same time we need to try and impose our own game on them as well and try and play the football that you saw today and spells in the first half, and the football that leads to the goal, the equaliser. So there's plenty to be positive about. As you say, only 2 defeats in the last 11 against Celtic and Rangers. It's not a terrible run to be on, is it?